glad you could join us from Reser Stadium in Corvallis, Oregon. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. On the move from inside his 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. So the Florida Gators offense onto the field for the first possession of the game. And here comes a workhorse in this offense, Jaden Ball. What a game he had last time out. Found Pater 3 times just under 100 yards in their win. Ready to fire from the pistol. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Slings it downfield. Right side, it's Brown. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one. You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on first down from the 44. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Sells to fake. Oh, pressure's coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Out wide right, it's Brown. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. And the Gators have this offense rolling. Fresh center down's going to the air. Got it in the middle. It's Jackson. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage, and he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush, he didn't hurry, he took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense.
This guy's got a lot of tools in his toolbox toting the rock, man. He showed you right there. And when I think back to Florida running backs, Emmitt Smith, all-time great. But a guy I played with in Gainesville, Fred Taylor. He was so big, but so fast for a guy his size. He just caused so many problems for the defenses we face. And I think in the SEC today, you have got to be able to run the football if you're going to win games. And this guy right here, he's going to give the Gators a chance.
Long way to go on 2nd down. He wants to throw it. They'll run the screen. A 5-yard pickup there leaves him with 3rd down and 5. Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. Left side, it's Brown. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Turns up, it's Pryor. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield. He's got some speed and wheels himself to run with him. And, yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really nice job that time by the linebacker.
Out wide left, it's Ball. Touchdown, Florida! A great catch and run for 6.
How about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a third down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
And the extra point was good. Looks like he's going to try to return it. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So the Oregon State Beavers offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And when these two guys are in sync the way they were a week ago, just a nightmare. It's a performance they hope they can repeat this week, Jesse.
And I think a big key in that last game was they linked up a couple times early, had some big plays, and then after that, David, it didn't seem like the quarterback was looking anywhere else. They're going to try and establish that connection and that rhythm early in this one.
And defensively, where is the big fella? Like, I got to identify where he is every single snap and give him some extra attention. So if I route him at the line of scrimmage and be physical, have that safety help over the top, I'm not letting him beat me.
Keeps it on the option. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And the defense getting a hand in there on third down. The Beavers decide to punt it away. Trying to take it back. Can they catch him? A huge return there. Steps out of bounds, but man, did he put his team in great position. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll run this play from the pistol. Hand off, Jaden running left. They make the stop inside the 25, working closer to that red zone, a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage will be the 24. Got 6 on first down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Rolls right. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there. More and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel fair.
Intercepted to stop the threat. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Murphy. Fires downfield. Caught over the middle, it's Hatcher. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. And the Beavers come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. They'll run the counter. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Off play action. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Quarterback had no shot on that play. He had a defender bearing down on him. He knew he was going to get hit. I think he should have just thrown that thing out of bounds. He's lucky that wasn't picked throwing into double coverage.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. How about that? Making a play and setting up your offense inside the 40 at the 39.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. Ings got off to a good start with a touchdown on the opening drive and then quickly went to Pott with a pick. Makes the grab in their space. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
I love this play call. You want to get your playmakers the football in space. What a creative way. This little kind of push pass by the quarterback. Get him to the receiver's hands quickly and let him go make yards.
Going to the run, it's Ball. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
Second down, gonna throw it. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that's how you bail your offense out, David. In a goal-to-go situation, you've been going backwards here a little bit, but you've got a quarterback that can take the game over with his legs. Great job scrambling for the touchdown.
I mean, it's uncanny. He's just got a knack, and it's so frustrating to play defenses against guys like this that just, I've got the right defense dialed up. I'm there to make a play for my team, but he's too good, and he makes a guy miss, and he takes it to the end zone. This guy is just an absolute headache.
And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Looking for a gap, it's Hatcher. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Just a short pass to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? Looking for the edge. There he goes. Good pickup there. He gets enough for the first down.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness.
Snags it, and he's open. He's on the 40. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
And this receiver is so dangerous. There's so many different ways that he can hurt a defense. You got to throw it to him conventionally, but find creative ways to get him the football out in space and let him go to work.
Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with the pickup of 4.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Pulls it on the bootleg fake. He's got an open man. He's stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1.
We've seen really nice balance here on this drive. Quarterback's 3 for 3. He's picking this defense apart. They've also run the ball well, too, and here they are down close to the goal line. This defense has no idea what's coming next.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Beavers! And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He only needs a sliver of daylight. Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that, baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. Wide receiver comes in motion. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Pickup of 5 is now 2nd and 5.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Short now. They snap it from their own 46. The fake wants to throw. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Leaves it short.
And it's a good sign for this defense, man. Their first 2 drives, they put scoring drives together. And they didn't get stops when they needed it. On the 3rd downs. Nice job coming up big on a 3rd down, forcing the 4th down, and hopefully now getting off the field.
Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He's into the open down the middle. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33. This offense has it with really good field position. Handoff for Ball. He's got enough. He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a first down in the red zone. The Gators are threatening in the red zone. Off play action on first down. He's got it on the move. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
And you can see just how explosive this offense is. It doesn't matter what they do. Whether they're throwing the ball, whether they're running the ball, they've had some balance, but they can pick up yards in chunks.
And he's in. Touchdown, Gators. Ready to try the point after. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, you know, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Durant. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Beaver offense ready to go. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And as you start to settle into games as a play call, you start to figure out what works and what doesn't work. And they really got to find a way to get this running game going. They haven't figured it out yet. Like, maybe get the ball more on the perimeter. You know, find a way to get the ball to your running back in space. This offense really has to find a way to get the ground game going.
Not so fast. You think it's going to be automatic, 2nd and short. They're just going to turn around and hand it off. But how about the penetration up front defensively, shutting that play down?
Yeah, and if your defense wants to be aggressive, well, that's fine. 3rd and short, I still got 4th down as well. So don't be afraid to be aggressive on those and play action, because defense a lot of times really expects run. Then I can take some big shots in man coverage down the field.
The Beavers will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not a lot of room to field this one. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Quarterback keeper. Turning it on. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
There to stop him at the 43, but he gets 5 and moves the sticks. Now on first down from the 43. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Jones to throw. He wants to take the top off. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive player right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice...
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. When a defense gets a sack, you know what they want? Another sack. Third down coming. Making the adjustment on the play. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. The Beavers using their first timeout. Gives them a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on fourth down. The Gators will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. First play of this drive. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment, and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. Timeout is called, and that will be the second charge to Oregon State. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Back to pass, it's Murphy. Fires to the wideout. And it's picked off for the third time today. Pulled down at the 45-yard line, and that's the kind of ball hawking a defensive coordinator loves to see.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it, and you could tell they had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Here comes the heat. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming. The Gators are going to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Back to pass on second down. Finds a man in the middle. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long explosive.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27. Clock is stopped. Florida has called timeout at second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Motion from the wideout. Jones wants to throw it. Still looking to his right. Right side, it's Mays. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal.
There was no question on that 3rd down where the quarterback was going. It was going to be a big play. He had the matchup he wanted. Fantastic route. Great separation. Looks the football in. It's a big explosive play for the offense now, setting him up in the red zone. They're looking to add to their lead.
This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. He's looking to throw. Left side, it's Ball. Looking for the end zone. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Timeout now called by the Gators. That's their last one. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Gators! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
Well, this offense needed a touchdown. No doubt that that was the guy the QB was going to be looking for on that play.
Coming out with it, it's Durant. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. The run inside. It's Hatcher. Stopped in the backfield as his defense doesn't want to let anything slip through here late in the half. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye, that full Gator head. Let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
Guys, we knew this would be a telling week, and Week 12 has not disappointed. Let's get you updated right away. We begin with a look at UTEP in their matchup against the number 2 team, the Ohio State Buckeyes. And it's the Miners with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. What do you got on the sideline, Holly?
Guys, Coach Jamarcus Shepard told me at the half, his quarterback not typically one to turn it over like this. He has an opportunity right now taking the field on offense to start the 3rd quarter. He said ball security has to be at the top of the mind. Slow down, take what the defense gives you, and make sure we're holding on to the football. Back to you.
All right, Holly. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the first down marker. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
from the gun, it's Hatcher. He stopped just short of the 25 at the 24-yard line, but it will be a first down.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
First and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Sells the run, looking to pass. Finds his man. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1.
Routes like that are great times to be quarterbacks. I got great, fast, speedy guys on the outside. Quick drag route, get the ball in his hands, let him do the rest.
Handoff from the gun. Uh-oh, look out. Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
He's got it.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Neutral zone contact.
Defense way over eager there, and now the entire playbook just opens up before the eyes of this offensive coordinator. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Looking for a man, it's Murphy. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Running wide open down the gut of the field. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Florida!
I'll tell you what, as a DB, you're lucky if you get 1 pick 6 in your entire football life. This guy had one last game. He's got one this game. Quarterbacks are going to stop throwing his way.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. He'll bring it out. It's Butler. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Oregon State offense to get this drive started. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Touchdown, Florida! The defense putting points on the board.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense, forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. From deep, it's Durant. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy, you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
Selling the fake. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, and come away with the sack.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. The Beavers will call on their punt team. They'll look to pin them deep. Trying to make one miss. Makes a move. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. As we check in with Holly.
Hey guys, here on the Florida sideline, players are really starting to feel this momentum. They've got a big lead here in this game, and they were expected to be just where they are. Guys are talking to each other. Keep eating, keep eating. I know they want to finish this game off strong, but with a big lead, they're starting to have a little fun down here on the sideline. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Here's Jaden one more time. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Brought down.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Back's got it on the screen. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
And that's a nice job by the offense. Man, I love when offenses can go 5 wide, spread the formation, find the matchup they want. And this time, it's the running back turn wide receiver. They get him the football, and he does the rest and gets upfield. But nice job spreading the formation and really making the defense make a decision.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Hits the hole. It's Montgomery. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. They'll play it safe and try for 3. And this ought to be a chip shot from about 20 yards out. Absolutely perfect. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They tried to get the wall set up for him. Not quite enough for the huge play, but a good job to give his offense some breathing room. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
No chance to run, but still a good game.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the late in the 3rd quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Always impressive to grind through in the late season and get a solid victory, and now it just keeps rolling as we turn our attention to what's in store for next week. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Making the adjustment. Looking for space. It's Montgomery. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And the Gators look to keep this drive humming. Motion from the wide receiver. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Not much room, a pickup of 2 down to the 28. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
And there is no greater friend to a quarterback and to a coach late in the football game when you have the lead and you can pound the rock. Offensive linemen can pave holes, like running back now runs through them, successful, move the ball, and most importantly, that clock can tick. But the physical ground game late in the game, that's how you finish opponents off.
And how good does that feel, right? You've got the lead in the 4th quarter. The defense knows you're going to try to run the ball to ice the game, and you rip off an 8-yard run. They know it's coming, and they still can't stop it.
Using his legs, it's Pryor. Nowhere to go.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard.
At this part of the field in the red zone, offensively, bringing all these tight ends in the game, you like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front, and as a result, it's a negative play. And
here comes the field goal team. Salt, meet open wound. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. Good, right down the boulevard. The mean count.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
And he'll be stopped. The return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. One more play to pad the stats. Straight ahead, it's McMillan. He's got the first down. There he goes. The 30. He's at the 20. They'll bring him down as he bulks up those numbers, but not the most important one as they'll come up short in this game. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.